My name is Morton Wa Byaombe, and I'm the executive producer in this Evolution record and the owner of this label too. So I started this since here when I moved here in the Quad City in 2011, and from then I've recorded a couple of artists that you can see on the wall over here. Yeah, and this is my music library, where I have some references, like people that have made it in the Congo where I came from, and the Africa in general. And then from those, there are people who come here and they want to follow a certain person or another, or follow my label principles. And then if I finish recording somebody, I have to document whatever music that I record on this wall, for that people, if they want to listen to what I've done, they just come here and pick up whatever artist that they want. And at the same time, I'm still waiting to release those albums when I officially open this studio, because I'm still under construction. And that's why I have so many storages here, because I prefer to keep everything that belongs to the studio in the studio, so that if an artist wants to go and print whatever that I finish, he's still gonna have to do that. But I'm not gonna be involved in the cost of CD manufacturing. I leave that to my artist to do that. Yeah, so as we can see, we do everything here. This is a set of drums that we normally use if somebody wanna play live. And if we see on this side, these are the people who have made it so far. They're in different areas. Some are in Europe and others in Brazil. But because sometimes people come from Africa just to get something done here, then they can pick it up and take to a different studio to finish it up, depending on what they want to do. And here is where I record all my audios. And this is a set that I use. I usually use the Avid equipment, because that's what I did study. And right now on my system, I'm using Pro Tools 12, which is the latest. And I'm still stacking up new software, because unfortunately when I upgraded my system to 11, I have to surrender everything that I had before, and it doesn't work. So it's good because they upgraded it, and despite those software, I'm still using it, and it's still giving me what I want. And I do, when I'm editing videos, I go on this side. It's whereby I do all my video editing. And in the house, I have Maurice Jack, who's another executive producer who deal with movies. If we shoot a movie, and he's the one who's in charge of that. And I'm gonna show you his office on the other side. But as you see pictures in the wall over here too, there are those people that I take in and record, and see if I see somebody please me with the way of singing, then I have to keep his pictures, because sometimes there are people who just want backup singers, and then I have to call them and say, hey, there is a gig here if you want to come and do something. Then it keeps them busy. At the same time, I want them to be experienced like others.
Now, can you tell me a little bit about these instruments on the wall? I know you have, I've seen some of your albums that I think that Ibanez is featured on.
Yes.
Is it?
This is, this, as far as I'm concerned, this is a guitar that I use especially on all electrical lead guitars. I like Ebenezer because the chords are too close to the wood, and the sound of this guitar is just really good. Yeah, and it took me time to find these particular guitars, because the sound that my sound, the sound of my studio, it has to be done by a specific kind of instrument, and that's why this is what I use the most, especially when somebody wants me to play an electrical guitar. But most of my songs are done with this one. This is what gives. So it took me a long time to realize how difficult it is to get a certain sound, especially with African songs. Here we are living in America. There are certain instruments that are traditional and that I cannot get over here. Yeah, but fortunately enough, I used to use a rack, a keyboard rack that used to give me those kind of things using a MIDI controller. But at the end of it, with this new software now, I have Expand 2 that at least have all the instruments that are used in Africa. I don't know if they send somebody to do some research over there, and then incorporated that in their software. So all the percussions, drums, bongos, and all those things, I get them programmed because I can't have them live. I only have one drum that I play live, and this is the acoustic that I use the most. But if I want to make the guitar, then I use this other acoustic over here, which is a nylon. The sound is a little different, but I plug it in first, then I mic on top of that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. You've got nylon. Is it supposed to be a steel string, or was it originally?
That one acoustic is a steel string, but again, if I'm doing the lead guitar on the acoustic, I prefer nylon because of the sound that it gives me, and that matches with other artists who are from Africa and who are advanced and doing the same sound that I do. So, in order to sell the music, you have to be in a certain category for you to put it in the market. And I do world music, and specifically world music from Africa, in the central part of Africa, because we have different types, and there are many people that do the kind of music, not many, but few other people who do the kind of music that I do, like who came from the Congo, in Europe and in South America. For example, Papa Wemba is one of the best, and Lokua Kanza, and they both use the same system that I'm using right here. And I have a little flute here. This is another instrument that I do put on traditional stuff. And after this, the bass, I just use another Ibanez because it gives me the sound that I want. And the only instrument that is on this wall that I don't know how to play is the saxophone.
Do you see yourself playing it soon?
Yeah, that's why I bought it, and I'm doing some studies right now and see if I'll be good at it, but I cannot.
You see, we've got some Battle Hymn of the Republic.
Yeah,
that's a good tune.
Yeah, it's a good tune, and
polish up on
I don't know when I'm gonna be able to use it and record it at the same time because they need quality. But since I play different instrument, I know that it's not gonna give me such a hard time before I can know it.
Yeah.
I just don't trust myself to play it in order to put on a recording. And this is what I do as far as the instruments are concerned. I used to record and play the piano acoustically, but then it brought some other issues For example, like somebody, when you pump the pedal and other things, then if you are recording it acoustically, then that sound also of the leg is going to be recorded. And I didn't like that. That's why, again, I use the software, the Expand in Pro Tools, that allows me, by using this controller, I can tap in whatever instrument that I want and play it. Then it will be clean without any problem at all. And yeah, as I said, our this is it's soundproof, and I had a booth over there, but right now I'm using that room as a bass trap. Yeah, because
you probably get a good standing wave, right? Because it's a rectangle.
Yes, exactly. And I have to do the double ceiling here so that at least I get the kind of sound. It took me like a couple of months to reach to where I am today. Yeah, because I love the recording in here. I love the way the sound, the acoustics, everything that is in this room. I like it. Yeah, but when I open, since right now I don't have many. I'm not done on the other side. The editing and the other things will be on the other side, and the singers can only be here, and I'll be working on the other side. Yeah, but this is the room that I'm using, and if we can go around, I'm planning to make like t-shirts of all my artists, then they will be stored in here, and a couple of laptops where somebody want to listen to what we do, and you just come in this room and listen without bothering other people. And now, if we go over here, we are still under construction here, but this is our video editing room. I just finished designing the table and put the screen on the wall. So I think this Monday I will start installing all the computers in here and let the other producer do the job that he's doing, because right now they are shooting in the field, and we're gonna be busy very soon. Yeah, but after that we have a boutique that all our artists will be. Before we can shoot the video, there will be all the attires, clothing, shoes, everything that we're gonna need as far as the video shooting is concerned is gonna be stored in here. And as you can see, we're still on the designing thing, but so far, right now, the only thing that I'm using is the audio recording studio.